What's up, guys? Welcome into Packers Total Access. My name is Clayton. You can check us out on packernet.com. Find me on Twitter at Packers_access. Email us PackersTotalAccess@gmail.com. Text us 865-658-5824. This bunch right here, I'm just telling you, it's no intro video makes everyone nervous, and it's like hurting. That's what I was waiting for. All right, so we got the echo out of the way. All right, so anyway, here's the plan tonight. Obviously, we're back live on YouTube. Yay, right? I know we got a lot of people fired up about that. So we're going to be doing our regular shows on YouTube. If we got, just topics we're going to hit on, just going to be conversational, that type of stuff, we will keep YouTube up. But like tonight, we're going to be doing some film breakdown, and we are still have no answers as to what caused the problem on YouTube. So we got to play it extra safe on YouTube. So what we're going to do tonight is as soon as we get through hitting a little bit of the Packers news, we're going to stay live on Rumble. That is the plan. Okay. So we can do the film breakdown of the week 11 matchup against the LA Chargers, if that makes sense. So that's going to be the plan tonight. Let's go around the horn here real quick. Everybody doing good. Emilio over at Grinning. He's got, by the way, we found a raccoon in a dumpster today. Made me think of you guys, man. Had to rescue that little fella, Emilio.
Oh, I was muted. Yeah, I was muted. Eric off to a good start. I was fine until Eric's the last comment. And then, no, raccoons in the dumpster, man. That's a weekly sight, right? Down here. That or mountain chickens. That's
not a website. It's something you see, though, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, we had to rescue the little fella out of there with a couple shovels. He was mad too. He came out of there with an attitude, Jake.
Right, like, you're just looking to help,
bro. I'm down here with the buffet, and y'all trying to get me out of here. Like, what's the deal here, man? So, anyway, how you doing tonight, Jacob?
Good. You mean when you said you rescued him with a shovel? Do you mean you sent him to raccoon heaven?
No, we got him out of the dumpster, so the trash truck didn't kill him. That's what I meant.
He gave him a ramp.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah, we gave him a ramp.
Okay. All right. No, I don't have a raccoon, but yeah.
All right. So, Tim, you have a good day, bub?
Yes, sir. Happy to be here.
Good deal, man. I know we got people filing in here like crazy. Good to see everybody back in the chat. Let's do this. Let's give a quick shout out to our sponsors tonight, and that's Ticket King, the official ticket provider of Packer Fan Total Access. Wisconsin-based since 1992, specializing in Packers tickets. They are Wisconsin's largest ticket source. They got offices next to Lambeau Field and in Milwaukee. Y'all can click on the link in the video description here that'll send you to theticketking.com, where you can register for free as a customer and go ahead and get those Packers tickets purchased through theticketking.com. They're going to be able to save you time and money on Packers tickets. Make sure you check with them before going to some of the other big-name companies. I'm telling you, they're going to be able to make things way more convenient for you. So, again, that's Ticket King, the official ticket provider of Packer Fan Total Access. We appreciate them sponsoring the show. So, before we hop off here and do the film breakdown, there you go, Coach Lynn. The boys are back in town temporarily. We'll see how it goes. But I love how we laugh about it. We always look at Jacob, and Jacob's going, he's just so angry all the time. He did say offline, we figured out what might have triggered the problem with YouTube. His shirts are just way too fly, man. That's what it is.
I think so.
It's Jacob's Magnum PI shirts there. So, Can you imagine Jacob if he shaved the beard completely and just left that thick mustache, bro? Have it just rolling off? Come on, man.
You sure
that would actually be pretty slick.
You sure?
I would actually support that.
I would too, man. I would. Yeah. I would make money to the cause. So.
Like long mutton
on the
chops.
few times. No, see, that's what anybody that's ever had a really long beard can attest. When you do shave it, you go through multiple stages of every single look, which eventually ends with the most inappropriate ones. But it's fine. You gotta try every look. You take a picture of it, or your girl takes a picture of it, and then it's done forever.
He said giggity. I love it. All right. So first things first, a little bit of news dropped earlier today. Matt Schneidman tweeted out the Packers announced the first practice of training camp and annual shareholder meeting will both be on Monday, July 22nd. We knew Monday, July 22nd will be the first training camp practice, but obviously practice will be at 10:30 a.m. The shareholders meeting in Lambeau Field at 3 o'clock. Tim, you going to try to make it to that, or are you going to set that one out, big dog?
I've made it every year the last couple of years, so I'm going to try and make it a third year in a row. So see if I can be there.
Good deal. Good deal. I know
right there. That's our man.
Exactly. I know, Emilio, we got our tickets squared away to go to the Titans game, so we're all good there, man.
That's
gonna be
birthday weekend too, Clayton.
Oh,
So
Lord. Yeah, you ain't getting me in trouble, but I know how this ends. I'm gonna be on good behavior all day long. All right,
Right.
so that's the way that's gonna work. But yeah, so pretty cool that you start getting these dates coming down the pike because we're getting closer. We're closing in on training camp, be right around the corner here next month, and you got some other news that's starting to break. Some of the contracts and things are starting to kind of fall into place before you get into training camp. One of those came down the pike today from an NFC North rival. And I just wanted to hit on it briefly. Justin Jefferson signed a record deal. This is from Adam Schefter on Twitter. The Vikings and three-time Pro Bowl wide receiver Justin Jefferson reached agreement on a 4-year, $140 million contract extension that includes $110 million guaranteed and makes him not only the highest paid wide receiver in NFL history, but the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. So a lot of money going to Justin Jefferson. In no way, shape, or form am I saying that Justin Jefferson is not worth this money. I'm simply saying the Vikings are not there yet. And, I come from that whole old school Bill Walsh way of building a team. Wide receiver is the last piece you put in place type thing. Many people were like, well, they got a rookie quarterback contract, so they can afford to do that. Okay, you can look at it that way. But when you look up in 2 years, and let's say that J.J. McCarthy is the quarterback of the future, you're going to look up at 2 years, and all of a sudden you're going to have, somewhere between $35 and $45 million cap hit you're dealing with Justin Jefferson when you're potentially giving a contract to that quarterback, and it hasn't gotten you a championship. I was happy to see this because what I was concerned about as a Packer fan, I was really worried they were going to be able to trade Justin Jefferson for a boatload of picks. To me, that would have made more sense than for them to just kind of, throw the book at him and obviously not have the other pieces in place. But I just want to go around the horn here real quick. I've also got this graphic. If you guys need it, just let me know. I'm going to see if I can get this rigged up here on YouTube so we can end this stream here in a second. But what do you guys think about this signing? We'll start with you, Jacob. Let's go around the horn here.
Man, Clayton, I went back and forth like you just talked about. At first, I was like, it kind of stinks that they got maybe the best, wide receiver secured to a good deal. But then I thought, well, it's because they're going to drain a lot of money. And then I thought, well, they do have the rookie contract, so maybe that's going to end up evening it out. But the fact is, I think when you have Justin Jefferson on your team, no matter what, it's going to make your team better. It might be one of those situations where the Vikings thought if Sam Darnold somehow pulls a new resurgence of his career out of his butt, he'd want to throw to a guy like Justin Jefferson. And if for some reason he doesn't have that left inside of him, then you want to get your young quarterback, at least an up-and-coming prospect that he can literally just kind of lob the ball to on that side of the field. I mean, that's almost what you're trying to do right there. And what better time to do it, I guess, when they're not paying many other people, especially not their quarterback. So I understand it. I think that if the quasi supposed genius analytics guy was as good as he said, he would have used the draft way better, and he would have probably dealt him for multiple draft picks. But I think he's scratching at everything he can to stop himself from drowning, because I think it's over his head at this point.
Yeah. What do you think, Tim? How you looking at it, Bob?
Yeah, no, I'm with you, Clayton. I love this. As a Packer fan, I love this. The Vikings can sit in cap hell for the next 5 years for all I care. This is great. Goody's going to keep cooking. We'll stay 30+ mil over the cap with top 5, arguably, probably, debatably top 10 receiving core in the National Football League for $5 and some change or whatever we're paying on the cap for our receiving core. So good for the Vikings. I mean, and this is not a knock on Justin Jefferson. I mean, Justin Jefferson he's that dude, right? He is him. So he's worth every nickel. You just love to see a division rival commit. They had to commit to him. And, like you had said earlier, Clayton, good luck plugging those other holes that you have, both offensively and defensively, honestly, both sides of the ball. There's some voids that the Vikings are going to have to address, and they're going to have to do it behind the 8 ball when it comes to the cap. So I'm all for it, man. And, hey, we know what we're getting. Justin Jefferson is not a new monster. Jair and the boys are quite familiar with JJ and how he operates. So to know that he's going to be in the North and be with the Vikings with a quarterback room that's kind of up in the air, and an offensive line that's kind of up in the air, and a defense that's kind of up in the air. I'm all for it, man. Lock them up. I wish they would have gave them more money, you know?
Yeah.
I think all three of you hit on it, honestly. So all I'll say is the fact that, you have someone like Justin Jefferson at this point, if you spent that money on him anywhere from 27.5 to 35, at full 140 for 4 years, that dude needs to get the ball thrown to him 15 times a game. I mean, easy 15, 20. Like, he just needs to touch the ball every other play. If you're going to spend that kind of money on him, you might as well use his skill and his talent to put him on the field. So that would be the only worry as a Packers. But for the Vikings, I think it was a good shot to keep him, churning. We'll see how it goes for the season.
Yeah, and again, this is not a dog on Justin Jefferson. I think he's a great football player. I think we all would agree with that. Like you said, it's just when you're putting together a team and you're really trying to put the pieces in place in the right order, I just don't see how this makes a whole lot of sense. As a Packer fan, I'm glad they did it. Don't get me wrong, because again, they're going to look up next year, and when you look at the way the cap hit is structured, next year it's not that bad. It's only 15.3. 2026 jumps to 39.1 million. In 2027, it's 43.3, and then you've got a 2028 of 47.3, and also they tacked on a voidable year, so they already kicked $6 million dollars down the road into 2029. So, so if the window was open, I'd say heck yeah. I just don't think the window's open right now for the Minnesota Vikings, but we'll see how that plays out. But yeah, with that being said, I know we had a comment here, 2-0 for this, says, you're on YouTube again. Did you use Michael Scott's first aid technique and revive your account? We did not, actually, 2-0 for this. But again, I don't want to spend a whole lot of time explaining, but essentially we don't know. They have not told us specifically what caused the channel to go down. It's something we did wrong, and the way they approach that is, hey, that's your job to figure it out. We're not going to tell you type thing. So with that being said, we're going to continue to truck forward with this series we're doing, breaking down sorry about that, breaking down what we call PTA Rewind, going back and watching the games from last year and breaking down the highlights and talking about, what happened, why did it happen, that type of thing. So tonight we're going to be breaking down the LA Chargers game. We got to get started on that right now. So what I'm going to do is attempt to end the YouTube stream right now. If you guys and gals want to continue watching as we break down that game, again, we can't show it on here because I'm thinking that's one of the things that, even though we are allowed to use, the AI is triggering it, and there's no one to talk to about, hey, what are we and are we not allowed to do on YouTube. So we're going to go ahead and end the stream there. You guys hop over to Rumble, just search Packers Total Access on Rumble. You'll be able to find the channel where we're usually like the second choice, only behind the Packers as far as Packers content on there. It should be easy to find. I would put a link in the video description, but I've been told by several other YouTubers, if you put a Rumble link in the video description on YouTube, they will shadow ban you, which means they will kick you down the algorithm. Now, that's allegedly. I don't know if that's true or not, but there are several people that said that's how they roll. So with that being said, we're going to sign off on YouTube. We'll stay live on Rumble and on X. So you guys just hop over to Rumble, Packers Total Access. We'll see you guys over there. When we do a regular show, we will stay live on YouTube. We just can't risk it right now and having the channel get set back again. So with that being said, we'll see you guys on Rumble. You guys just stay online. If the stream ends, we will come back up immediately on Rumble, okay? We're prepared to do that as well. So here we go. And we should be off.